We're back where it all began. I never got the chance to review the first season of Hannibal, as I started working on reviews on this channel after the first season aired. Well, it's the 4th of April, and the date the very first episode aired back in 2013. So, on its anniversary, it's time to put things right. We've seen on more than a number of occasions that a reinvention of a TV great can go disastrously wrong. And with remakes being churned out left, right and centre, when Hannibal as a TV series was first announced, it already had plenty of people sceptical. Aside from it being compared to the previous cinematic material such as one of the all-time greats in Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal had the task of reimagining one of the most fascinating villains that has ever been created. Based on the characters from the Thomas Harris novels, episode 1 started us out in uncharted territory. The story begins before all the events from the books. The brilliant psychiatrist turned serial killer Dr Hannibal Lecter is at the moment a free man. His actions are untraceable as we explore his life before he was behind bars. It was a bold move from showrunner Bryan Fuller, whose previous work gave us reason to be hopeful. But what he was able to craft is something that only a few special minds would have been able to do. He's just so creative and his work exudes a sense of class. From the off, Hannibal had the look of a neat, tidy show which had so much detail hiding beneath its surface. And the show may be named after its title character, but make no mistake, as Hugh Dance's Will Graham equally shares the mantle. The first half of the premiere is dedicated to Will's very unique way of thinking. He can empathise with anyone, even psychopaths, being able to assume their point of view. It makes him an incredibly gifted profiler and an asset to FBI Special Agent Jack Crawford, who recruits him in this hour of need. His gift does have some downsides though. He's mentally unstable and is worried that continued or any work out in the field could affect his overall psyche. His view is also shared by friend and colleague Alana Bloom, so to keep both sides of the party happy, that is where Hannibal comes in. Jack asks Hannibal to keep watch over Will as he investigates the murders of the Minnesota Shrike. This killer who is targeting young girls has left no traces, no evidence thus far, as he prepares for his golden ticket. Will knew that the killer was going to strike again after his failed and in the end apologetic attempt with Anise Nichols, and now with Hannibal at his side, the question was, could he use his mindset fast enough before it was too late? We as the viewers all of course know what's in store in Hannibal's future. We know he's the cannibalistic killer and the copycat killer from this episode. And it really does allow us a different perspective when watching, as everyone else is clueless to who is really stood in front of them. Hannibal is someone who loves to watch the events unfold, but that doesn't mean that he won't push the initiative. As soon as he is aware that Garrett Jacob Hobbs is the man that Will suspects to be the real killer, his actions are subtle but deadly effective. All he had to do was knock some files to the ground, giving him that small window of opportunity to call Hobbs and give him the heads up. He didn't need or even want to do it, he was just curious what would happen. And with Will unaware of Hobbs being on alert, the ending of the episode did not hold back. Plenty of blood was spilled as Hobbs killed his wife and almost killed his daughter Abigail. Will intervened, shooting Hobbs for dead. But in him just about saving Abigail's life, he got too close. And as Will visited the hospital, he realised he wasn't the only one.
God forbid we become friendly.
I don't find you that interesting.
You will.
Hannibal's debut episode is still one of my personal favourites of all time. It immediately hooked me in and has you listening to every word. And overall, I would give it a strong 9 out of 10. It is a dark and chilling introduction to the iconic character. Any skepticism should be completely abolished after the first episode. The show is pure gold. Hannibal reinvents the drama horror formula and succeeds with flying colours in taking The Good Doctor onto the TV format. Now, being that the show is all about a cannibal, you can of course expect plenty of blood, gore and violence, even for network TV. Now, even as we are aware of what Hannibal's food palette consists of, don't be ashamed for feeling that little bit hungry. Just don't watch this show while eating. Believe me, I made that mistake on the wrong episode to do so. For those curious, Season 2, Episode 2, near the beginning. I won't make that mistake twice. The show's visuals and music immerse you the second that they begin. Watching Will turn back the dial to see from his perspective how he dissects the crime scenes is something that you can expect plenty more of. And the introduction of Hannibal himself along with the aria da capo theme is one of my favourite first shots for a character's appearance. It's possibly my favourite shot from the whole episode, only to be rivalled by Hannibal and Will's first encounter. Along with those aspects, the dialogue is smart and ever so teasing at the same time. Hannibal is careful and he drops plenty of hints here and there. You've just got to love the subtle detail that's hidden in plain sight. I will use this shot as an example. For those people stepping into this world for the first time, take note of these drawings. Look very carefully, and further down the line, you might just see one of them crop up again. For a show reimagining one of the greatest movie villains, casting was key. Whoever dared step into the shoes of the legendary Sir Anthony Hopkins will be under a colossal amount of pressure and under the watchful eye from every viewer. So for me to sit here now and tell you that unequivocally Mads Mikkelsen is my choice for the best portrayal of Hannibal Lecter is not a statement that came easy. Yes, I've watched the first 3 seasons already, but this statement could be echoed back to Season 1. The roots for me began to grow in the very first episode, and by the end of the first season, my mind was made up. A TV show has the advantage of time. You can explore in much more detail and depth than you can in any feature-length film. But you can have all the time in the world and still not achieve the lofty heights that Anthony Hopkins reached. Mads Mikkelsen's Hannibal captures the perfect mix of brilliance and arrogance, which has an underlying layer of danger. He's not the crazy, maniacal type of Hannibal that Hopkins was. Here, he is calm, calculated, and always in control. And it's those aspects that, when blended together, make him so damn terrifying. But his achievements are not to overshadow a riveting performance from Hugh Dancy. He just makes you want to root for Will. The guy shows clear discomfort in what he's able to do. He doesn't enjoy stepping into a psychopath's mind. He does it so he can help people, because he can be the difference. The cast all around are phenomenal. Lawrence Fishburne is a dominating presence as Jack Crawford, and Caroline Davernus as Alana has that soothing, caring aura about her to even the balance. Mads has always had that kind of villainous look to him. Some people, I guess, are just born to play certain roles, but with Mads and Hugh, the duo of Hannibal and Will together create the core of this top tier show. Well, I can't tell you how good it feels to be back reviewing Hannibal again, and hopefully we start getting some good news later on this year. And for those interested, I will be reviewing every episode from Season 1, and I hope to have them all with you as soon as I can. I hope to see you all there. So looking back, what did you guys think about the very first episode of Hannibal, and did it have you hooked as quickly as it did for me? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the review. And I'll see you on the next one.
You have to convince yourself the lion is not in the room. When it is, I assure you, you will know.